Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Panther, the GW Panther. It's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the command of UKSkaface. Now, he's got a 15cm howitzer, which is capable of 680 alpha, and he's got a penetration of 39mm, which is less than some of the tanks which are lower on the tech tree. And his burst radius is 7.6 meters, so if he lands a shell near one of his enemies, he should still be able to splash it. Well, this Arty got the nickname the Dracula, or Dracula, just because it looks like Dracula with his cape up around his ears. Yes, those gun shields at the back of the Panther around the turret made the thing look a bit sort of like, well, evil. And, well, UKSkaface is taking it off to the west side, just going to hide behind a bush and start firing at the enemy. Now, one of the things he has got is that turret, which means he's got a very wide arc of fire. Trying to go for that bat chat. Fires around in. The bat chat changes direction at the last second, so the shell doesn't go near him. But he does have a rather quick reload time, which is fairly good. If I remember correctly, it's around about the 25-second mark. We haven't actually got the mods showing the actual reload at this moment, but we will have it shortly. Trees were going down the other side of the railway line, which tends to indicate there's an enemy tank over there as well. Rounds out on T-34-1. Did he get a hit? Oh, he did hit him. He actually did splash him with stun. And a KV-5's been spotted at the back as well. I think the Lynx saw that guy. We've got a Lynx doing spotting circles around the midline. He's coming back to us with information. He's coming up to the centre line now, so we should get some spots any second. Yep, there they go. And there was the tank that was actually on the other side of the map. It was the other side of the railway line. It was KV-3 dialing in. And he just got hit by a shell, and now he's been hit by us. Direct hit. I think he was hit by our other team's Arty, which is an M12. So he probably picked up some stun assist there. Okay, KV-3's moving again. Almost loaded. He's estimating where to put the shell, but he's decided not to fire because he's had a request for fire on that T-34-1. Hopefully he'll pull back from that rock, although it looks like he's been... Yep, he was just tracked from momentarily. He must have burned his repair kit. KV-3's hiding behind that house. 22.78 seconds. Oh, he's got a very fast reload. The mods have finally kicked in and tell us what the reload time is. Okay, T-34-1 is on the move. He's trying to do a tracking shot onto it. No, that fell short. RNG's not being kind. There's the T-34-1 again. It's coming up near that wreck. T-34-1's the Chinese version of a T-34. Oh! It's not the same as the Type T-34, obviously. It's a slight variation. KV-5 moved up to the centre. Almost ready. Oh, now we just lost the T-43. Can we get a shot in on this guy before he crosses the centre line? No, I don't think so. In fact, our guy's having to pull back. We fire around in and knock the house down, but we only stunned the KV-5. Mind you, we are picking up some stun assist, so it looks like he is taking damage. Our KV-3 is taking damage as well. This is a tier 8 game, and UKSkaface is a tier 7 Arty, so he will pick up extra XP if he does hit and track or damage any tier 8 tank, and this is a tier 8. He's earned a massive 1,334 stun assists so far, and most of that came off that KV-5. Going for the T-34-1 again. Try and lead the target a little. That's it, rounds out just a little too late. shell landed behind him. He's remarkably low hit points, and I think a one shot would be enough. Yeah, it was enough. He got taken out by the M12 in the end. It looked like he was driving directly away from the M12, which made it an easy shot for him. Okay, up on the hill, we got a T20. He fired a round in at where he thinks the T20 will be. You need to remember that firing over this distance is a 3.1 second delay before the shell arrives at target. And that means you have to try and work out how far the tank is going to drive in that 3 seconds and then aim the shell at that point. And sometimes that can be a long way away. Well, that T-43 just pulled back. You can see in the few seconds that it was fired, he pulled back almost 100 yards from the spot from which we were aiming. KV3. Ooh, now he's getting shots on that 112. We need to hit him. If we can hit him in the rear, even better. Lines up, rounds out. This looks good. Lands just behind him for 50 hit points. Again, RNG wasn't kind. And now our 112 is in trouble because one of the enemy tanks, the T-20, came down the hill and the 112 got taken out by the 45 TP in the end. But the enemy 45 TP's gone down. That's good news. Taken out by our SU-130PM. So we're one tank up on the enemy. Oh, something knocked those poles down. So something is going through the village, and I think it's a Tiger 1. In which case we can look for more destruction, and that will give us clues to where he is. But in the meantime, UKSkaface decided to hit a bush. Yep, there's a spotting bush down here, and the enemy team does have an E25. So if he's in the spotting bush, which he probably is, that might have done some damage. There's the Tiger 1. He's been spotted by the Lynx. Lining up a shot. He's going to cross this side of the railway lines. And we're loaded now. There's the E25. Okay, so he wasn't in the spotting bush. He's moved. We did get some splash on him. Only 115. Oh, but he's taking stun damage. So we're getting stun assist. It all adds up. All this stun assist. Which is going to be a bit of a problem if Wargaming decides to reduce the stun on these vehicles after the changes in the sandbox. If they apply that to the live server, we're going to need to be compensated in some other way so we can still earn the same amount of credits for the same amount of effort. And if we're not going to earn that from stun assist, we have to get actual damage. Because reducing the amount of stun time on tanks, or even reducing the amount of damage that is done to these tanks, is not going to compensate us. So we're not going to get the same amount, and that might deter people from playing Arty altogether. And if that happens, the game is going to change for the worse. And Wargaming knows this from statistics. Battles that tend not to have Arty in, they tend to be worse off because you can end up with stalemates. Arty does have an effect of making a battle much easier to win. That was excellent. That was a perfect leading shot there. He hit the Batchat on the move. And that Batchat driver is going to be complaining, saying, how could you hit me on the move at full speed with an Arty shell? Well, you have to have a very keen eye for Arty to be able to do that. And it's something that most Arty players acquire over a period of time. You get your eye in, you know how a particular Arty works, you've got this characteristic lead time, and you give just the right amount of lead, fire the shell in, and it's very satisfying when you get that hit. I know a lot of tank drivers complain bitterly if their shell is slow and they have to lead a target, but you haven't felt any lead whatsoever until you've actually coped with an Arty shell firing over 4 seconds over an entire battlefield, trying to hit an enemy on the other side of the battlefield. It can be deadly. Now he just went into the water And we're almost loaded. Rounds out on him. Direct hit wipes him out. If we could track it, or if you can track somebody who's underwater, especially if it's somebody who's trying to drown themselves, then you do pick up the kill for causing them to drown themselves. TS5 making his way up the road aggressively. Rounds out on his rear. Fantastic. That hit the rear of the vehicle. 288 hit points. It's difficult to hit the rear of these things because they've got such a narrow body. You can only hit them on the rear if you can see them sideways. But when they're coming straight towards you like this one is, it's very difficult to get the rear at all because there's not much showing. And that was a splash. That one landed near it for 283. Okay, the M12 just hit him from the side and tracked him. AMX 1375 is coming down. He's firing rounds into his side, into his rear. This guy's in trouble now. And we're about to fire. Rounds out. Direct hit for 132. He's a one shot. Should be able to get him in the next round. The M12 fires in from the side. Just narrowly misses him. But somebody else gets a direct hit. And that was the SU-130PM. It's good that he's nearby us because he is actually protecting us. We are evens at the moment. Unfortunately, the E25 has found the M12 and got behind him. And that's the end of him. But UKSkaface fires around in. Just splashes him for 92. Doesn't get the kill. We're now one tank down on the enemy. It's the end game now. There's only 3 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. But I'd like to say that we do have the advantage because we've still got our SU-130PM. They've got a Scorpion. Rounds out. Oh, good hit. It's a near miss for 201. He's still got most of his health, you see. The Batchat's having a go at him with that 75mm gun. Of course, he's got that 128mm gun, so you don't really want to get a shell fired back at you. We lost sight of him, but I think he's still there. UKSkaface is holding fire until he gets a spot from the 1375. There he is. He's moved. Okay, work out where he's going. Rounds out. This looks good. 248 again. So we're picking up some stun assist. It looks like rounds from that 1375 are going in. Almost loaded. We don't know where the E75 is, but I think our teammate in the T26E4 Super Pershing should be able to help us and let us know if the enemy shows up at all. Please excuse the work noises going on. Somebody is drilling in a house nearby. Rams out on the EM12, splashes in for 74, 1375 going in for the kill, and he gets it. And now the score is 4-all left on the battle. And here comes the E25. He's hugging the edge of the map. He doesn't realise it's slowing him down. He should be driving away from it. We're almost loaded. He's very close. Oh no, we hit the ridge line. He was too close. And UKSkaface is now taking hits. Oh, but the E25 goes down to the SU-130PM. So thank goodness he was there. Now, there's still one Arty on the enemy team. It's a GW Panther just like us. He's got one kill, so he knows how to play it. And, well, that's why UKSkaface was relocating to try and avoid an Arty shell coming in. But thank goodness that SU-130PM was there, because if he hadn't been, that would have been it for UKSkaface. He would have taken 2 rounds from that E25, and he probably would have been out the game, or 3 rounds. And that's the 1 minute clock sounding. We lost the 1375. He was taken out of the game earlier. I think this is going to be a draw now. It does definitely look like a draw. The enemy Scorpion has managed to make his way over the railway line. And he might be trying to come towards us. But the Super Pershing will spot him if he does. And now we've moved a little bit closer to that ridge line. So annoying that we missed that shot on the E25. 2,185 hit points of actual damage, 2,602 of stun assist, and oh, he's moving. And again, we've got a problem with the ridgeline. He didn't move close enough, and now we can't shoot at the Scorpion. Oh, he tried to fire, but no, the Scorpion G took it out on us, and that's it. Game's over. It's a draw. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for UKSkaface in the GW Panther. It's the first ace tanker he's ever had in this vehicle. It's got scrolls underneath. You only get that the once. He also picked up an eye for an eye because he took out the Scorpion G and he killed the Scorpion G at the same time. He did fire exactly the same moment the Scorpion G did, and he did kill him. So that was amazing as well. I didn't realise that he actually had killed the Scorpion because all I saw was the explosion as the Scorpion shell hit UKSkaface. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He got 17, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else, and that's an epic medal, which means that he will be compensated for the fact that this was a draw. His win rate for the game, 4,255. He did get the highest damage in the game, 2,843 hit points during that one. The next highest score was the Scorpion with 25481, and after that it was the M12 on his team with 2,199. When it came to kills, it was Yesi 1:30 PM. Thank goodness that he was sitting behind us, because he did actually pick up some nice kills and stop the enemy getting too close, except of course he couldn't stop that Scorpion G. And the next high score after that was the Scorpion G with 3 kills, and then there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills, including UKSkaface. And when it came to base XP, yes, he did get the highest amount. Yes, 863 in that game. And the next high scorer was the M12 with 644, and the AMX 1375 managed to get 629. He fired 28 rounds, got 8 direct hits, no penetrations, 18 splash, damage of 2,843 hit points, of which 2,660 were up more than 300 meters. Obviously, the difference was the Scorpion G, who was very close at the moment he fired. 2 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrations. One of them was from the E25, the other's from the Scorpion G, of course, that took him out. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 2,602 hit points of stun assist off 16 stuns. He earned 58,526 credits in the game, got 5,355 for Courageous Resistance, that's the compensation for getting an epic medal, so his total came to 63,881. After repair and ammunition resupply, he actually took away 28,935 credits. He received 1 bomb for getting the Confederate, and 1,294 XP for the battle, 715 for Courageous Resistance, that's to equalise his score with that of a winning or of a winning team if he was a losing or a drawn team, and for getting an epic medal, and an extra 2,010 from personal reserve took away 4,020 altogether. So not a bad game. Bit sad about the eye for an eye right at the end of the game that he got taken out, but at least he saw to the Scorpion G at the same time. But yes, unfortunately, the enemy still had that IS-2 and that GW Panther alive at the end of the game. And of course, it looks like that IS-2 driver was actually quite good because he got 2,145 hit points, but we did not kill him. He got 1 kill, 358. So yeah, a bit disappointing that it's not a win, but there you go. Can't have it every time. At least he got the ace tanker, and that was his first one. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button, the little bell symbol, so you get alerted when a new video comes out. And thanks for watching.